Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. Today we are talking about the role of a project manager. And as you can see, one of these triangles has three things written on it: technical project management, leadership, strategic, and business management. These three make up the three aspects of the role of a project manager, and it is also known as the PMI talent triangle. Now, before I give out everything of this video on the first slide itself, let's move on. But I would also like to remind you, if you are into reading articles, if you would rather read about this topic than watch a video, then first link in the description is going to take you to an article on this topic over at our official website pmclounge.com. So check that out. Also, this video is part of the basics of project management, the introduction and fundamentals. So second link in the description is going to take you to a playlist which contains every single video that we have covered as part of the basics of project management. Very important playlist if you are just getting started into the world of project management, or if you're just getting started preparing for your PMP exam. So check these two links out. Let's get started. So before we talk about the role of a project manager, let's try to understand who is a project manager. What is the definition of a project manager? And this definition comes from a video that we did on project, program, and portfolio managers. This will be the third link in the description below if you want to check that out. So quickly, project managers keep the project team focused on the business value that the project is providing. What is the business value? That is also something that we have already done a video on. Fourth link in the description below. So if you want to understand more about the definition of who a project manager is and the definition of what a business value is, third and fourth link are going to help you out. So project managers help the team members in understanding how their work impacts the project's business value. Project managers also ensure that projects stay on track, meeting all the milestones along the way. So this is the definition of a project manager. This is who a project manager really is. Now let's talk about the role of a project manager. All right, so let's talk about the three aspects of project manager's role. This is known as PMI talent triangle, which is copyright to Project Management Institute. All copyrights acknowledged. We don't intend to do any copyright infringement. PMI owns this image. We are just using it to share knowledge. So the three aspects of project manager's role are technical project management, leadership, strategic, and business management. Let's talk about each one of these to understand the role of a project manager in a better fashion. So first of all, technical project management. Whatever that you study in your PMBOK guide for your PMP exam, by and large, that is what technical project management is all about. So it should now be noted that the word technical, it doesn't imply something like coding. It doesn't mean that you should know how to code if you are working on or managing software projects. That is not what technical means here. What technical means here is whatever that's in your PMBOK guide, which means the different aspects of project management, right? Like the processes, the tools and techniques, the knowledge areas, and everything that falls in between the concept phase of the project to the closure of the project. Everything that falls in between, which is related to project management, the subject matter of project management, all of that comes in the purview of technical project management. I'd like to repeat here, technical project management does not mean that you should know coding if you are delivering software projects. It is not about coding, it is about knowing the technicalities of project management itself, the processes, the knowledge areas, the tools and techniques, and stuff like that. If you are preparing for your PMP exam, this link can be very helpful. Head over to pmclounge.com/PMP practice questions. All the practice questions of all the knowledge areas are listed there. Check it out. It's all free. Okay, so let's move on to the second aspect of the role of a project manager, which is leadership. Now, project teams, they expect the project manager to ensure that everyone in the project team understands the end goal of the project, right? You don't want people to come in and work from 9 to 5, deliver something and not even know why they are doing what they are doing, right? You should ensure as a project manager that everyone that is working on your project team understands what they are working on, understands what the end goal of the project really is. So a big part of leadership requires the project manager to inspire the teams so that they work together towards the common goal of the project. So you need to make sure that the different teams required as part of your project, be it your engineering, be it your architects, be it your designers, be it your testers, all of these different teams working on your project should be inspired to work together and should be working towards achieving the common goal of the project. That is what leadership is all about. And finally, strategic and business management. So, as a project manager, you need to ensure that the project delivers as much business value. Remember, we talked about business value earlier. Fourth link in the description below. So, as much business value as possible to the sponsoring organization. Sponsor can be one person, sponsoring organization can be the entire organization. So your sponsor could be one person, your sponsor could be the entire organization, and you need to make sure that as part of your project you deliver as much business value to them as possible, because they are the ones who are sponsoring the project, they are the ones who are paying the bills, they are the ones who are investing money in your project. Now, how do you do that? This requires the understanding of strategic and business purpose of the project. So you need to understand what are the strategic and business goals of the sponsoring organization. Why are they investing money in your project? You need to understand those strategic and business goals, the strategic and business purposes of the sponsoring organization. Now, in certain cases, the project teams, they need to work with different teams as well. And this could be within the organization, this could also be outside the organization. As a project manager, you are expected to have high level understanding of how these teams are fitting together. And this level of understanding of the sponsoring organization, right? And whatever its strategic and business goals are, this is the essence. This is what makes up strategic and business management. So you need to understand how your project team can work with other teams within the organization so that they can deliver the business value that they are after. And you also need to understand what are the strategic and business goals of your organization, your sponsoring organization, and that is the reason why they are investing money in your project, right? So that is what strategic and business management is all about. So let's talk a bit more about the talent triangle before we close the video, because this is an important topic. So first of all, the three aspects of the role of a project manager, which is technical project management, leadership, strategic and business management. These do not operate in silos. These are intertwined and these are related to each other. That is why they are represented as a triangle and not three different lines, right? So how are these related? Let's take a look at a couple of examples. So the better you are at the technical project management skills, the more knowledge you can use to keep the project on track to meet its strategic goals, to follow the schedule of the project, to make sure that timelines are followed, to make sure that the scope is managed properly, right? So the better you are at technical project management skills, the better that you know about the different knowledge areas, the better that you know about managing risks, the better that you know about how to resolve dependencies, resolve issues, the better you are at all these skills, the better you will be in a position to make sure that the project is on track and the project meets its strategic goals. Now, similarly, the more that you know about the functioning of the organization, how does the organization function, right? Who reports to whom? Who all do your project team needs to contact to get things done? The better that you know about the business management side of things, the easier it will be to employ a certain leadership style, right? So the better that you know how your organization functions, the better you will be in a position to how to lead the project team, right? How you should behave to get things done. So this is how the talent triangle, the three aspects of the role of a project manager, are intertwined. So let's talk about the talent triangle's connection with the PMP exam, because there is one. So when you study for your PMP exam and you clear your PMP exam, you get one piece of the triangle, which is the technical project management skills. Because like I mentioned in one of the previous slides, that by and large, whatever that's present in your PMBOK guide is what technical project management skill is all about. But how about the two other aspects of the role of a project manager, which are leadership and strategic and business management? You cannot obtain these two from your PMP certification or from your PMBOK guide, right? These two come with experience. And that is the reason why you might see certain project managers that are PMP certified but are not really good at their jobs, because possibly they are missing out on the two important aspects of their role, which are leadership and strategic and business management. So some questions, a couple of questions that you should ponder on are: what is your leadership style? How do you lead your project team? Second, do you understand the strategic and the business goals of the organization that is sponsoring your project, or the organization that you are working for? Now, the more that you learn and the more experience that you gain at your job, you are likely to find the answer to both these questions. And that's why I said you cannot get the answers to these with your PMP certification. So again, this isn't something that the PMBOK guide can entirely help you with. So taking cognizance of this gap, PMI wants you to report PDUs in all three aspects of your role as a project manager when you renew your PMP certification. So this is when you are already PMP certified. You log into ccrs.pmi.org, which is the continuing education program of PMI. So if you want to keep your PMP certification active, you need to report 60 PDUs every 3 years. Now, in these 60 PDUs, you have to have minimum 8 PDUs for the three aspects of the role of a project manager that we spoke about: technical project management skills, leadership, strategic, and business management. So you need to report at least 8 each out of the 60 PDUs required in all these three. This is how PMI ensures that you are not just being a technical project manager by understanding what's written in the PMBOK guide. You also need to have leadership as well as strategic and business management skills to succeed in the role of a project manager. Question for this video, which could be a bit controversial. In your opinion, which of these three is most critical for a project manager? What do you think? Technical project management skills, leadership skills, strategic and business management skills. Which of these three is most critical for you as a project manager? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to your answers. So that's all that we had in this video. Smash that like button if you got value out of it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified whenever we upload new content. Also, don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource. And I would also like to remind you to join our free communities on Facebook and LinkedIn. The links to these are available in the description below. Thank you.